Next up, from Rwanda, we have Kwizera Claudien.
We saw him in the broadsword competition yesterday.
And yesterday he was competing a compulsory routine, and we'll see if he'll be doing an optional this time.
I believe this is the Group A compulsory routine that he is doing. So again, I know that Rwanda in the continent of Africa, they have been developing wushu very, very quickly in the last several years with support of the International Wushu Federation. And many of their athletes have begun training wushu utilizing the compulsory routines. But having improved and having a great deal of participation in wushu, we see many of their athletes begin now world level competition utilizing these compulsory forms.
That's right. I believe the last time the compulsory events were being used was in 2015 in Jakarta.
However, one of the only downfalls of using the compulsory routines is that they don't meet the requirements of the difficulty component or the Group C component in competition.
That's correct. And another one of the drawbacks of using compulsory is that everyone knows the routine, and it's very specific in terms of the required movements. Oh, and there it looks like he
Also
has a
lost
fall.
the balance.
Yeah. Once two hands touch the floor, that would be considered a fall, and we saw him put another hand down, so that is actually additional support. So in that case, he would lose about 0.5 combined. What's really cool about these compulsory routines is it covers a lot of required and traditional chang movements.
Sometimes a bit too many, because at that point you're demonstrating so many stances, so many horse stances, so many bow stances. It gives a lot of opportunity for the judges to deduct you, which is why that is one of the strategies in which when the athletes create optional routines, they actually limit the amount of stances that they do just to the bare minimum.
And final score for Kwizera, 5.750. And we see the missing C score, which is comprised of